Woo lads, today for you guys I have a list of Chrome extensions that you're just gonna hate yourself for not knowing about already. It's gonna be a top 7 list, but it's not really in any particular order, so why don't we get started? The first extension is called Unshorten.it, a very simple concept but very useful as well. Basically, if you have ever come across a shortened link on any website, whether it's the Google shortened link or Bitly or anything like that, this extension will allow you to right-click on any shortened link and expand it and show you where that link actually ends up. So if you ever see someone post a shortened link, you're not really sure what it is, you can actually check it out without going to the site itself. And it also shows you some additional information like a screenshot of the site, the ratings from Web of Trust, so if it's safe or not, and if it's on any blacklist as well. So if it's a bad website, you'll probably know pretty quickly, or you'll at least know if the site they say it is actually where it goes. Next, we've got a great security plugin made by Google themselves actually. It's called Password Alert. And what this plugin does is lets you know if you've typed in your Google password anywhere you're not supposed to, which is anywhere except the Google sign-in page. It's mainly to protect you from phishing sites. So if you go on some random website and end up typing in your username and password, the extension will see that and say, whoa, you just typed in your Google password. This is not a Google site. Good job, idiot. You gotta go and change your password right now. So it's a very singular purpose, but also very important because most of the time, if you have Gmail and you use that for all your emails, once they get your email, they have pretty much everything else. So password protection is extremely important. All right, now number 3 is called Camelizer, and this is a great extension if you do a lot of online shopping, or really any online shopping. You may have already heard of the website CamelCamel.com, which does price history tracking for Amazon.com. But this extension makes that even easier, where if you're on any Amazon page or other sites as well, then you can just click on the extension and it will show you the price history of the product you're looking at. And besides on Amazon, this will also work on Newegg.com and BestBuy.com, so it's not just Amazon. And this extension could be useful in a number of situations. For example, if you want to see if the current price is the lowest it's ever been, to see if you're getting a deal or not, or maybe if you want to see if the price drops very often, you would know to hold off and not buy it at this price, or maybe even check another website for a lower price if you know it drops below the current price often. So it's very useful in determining if you're getting a good deal or maybe if now is the time to buy something or not. Next, number 4 is called Awesome Screenshot, which is a great plugin, very useful if you ever have to take a screenshot of a website, either part of it or the entire thing. If you've ever tried to take a screenshot of a website for any reason, you know it's kind of a pain because you can't scroll. You can only capture what's visible on your screen. But this extension fixes that by automatically capturing the entire web page without having to scroll. And after you take the screenshot, it also lets you manipulate it a little bit by maybe making annotations or adding text or drawing on it, or even blurring out information so you don't have to just screenshot it but also edit it afterwards as well. And this could be useful for a couple reasons. Maybe you want to save a screenshot of a website for later, or maybe you want to show someone something on your screen and be able to draw on it to make it more clear. You can do that. All right, now next, number 5 is called Citrus, which is great for people like me who tend to waste a lot of time on the internet when you're supposed to be working. Basically what it does is lets you create a list of websites that are distracting to you. It's like a block list, and then at any time you can click on the extension to activate a timer for however long you want to block that list of websites. So me, for example, I've obviously added a lot of distracting websites that I tend to go on, like Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, all those. And whenever I have to do something, I just set it for maybe a couple hours and it blocks them. And the best thing is you can't disable it once the timer starts. You can't stop the timer. You can't remove websites from it. Now, obviously, if you really wanted to, you could disable the extension altogether or use another browser, but it just helps you keep control of yourself and not go to websites maybe if you don't even realize and mindlessly go to a website that's distracting. I know for me, a lot of times if I'm working, sometimes I won't even think about it. I'll just click on Facebook just out of habit, and this will just remind you, look, you're supposed to be working. And it's like, oh, right. And then you get back to work. Almost at the end, we're at number 6. This one is called Google GIFs, which is one I think everyone can enjoy. It's very simple. What it does is when you do a Google image search, it will actually animate any animated GIFs in the results, which is not default. Usually you have to click through the image to show its animation, but now the animation will show right in the page of results. And this will definitely save you a lot of time, assuming you're not wasting time in the first place. So if you're looking for a specific GIF, you can see which one you're looking for without having to click through to everyone, or even see if that picture result is an animated GIF in the first place. And also it helps if you're looking for maybe a specific version of a GIF or something like that, you just see it without having to click through to it. Now, finally, number 7, I would say this is an essential extension to have. It's called HTTPS Everywhere. If you're not familiar, HTTPS basically means that you're connecting to a website securely through an encrypted connection. It's also known as SSL, that's the name of the protocol. And you know you're connecting through a secure connection if you look at the URL bar and it says HTTPS instead of just HTTP in the URL, and it may also say secure or something like that. So if it says HTTPS, it means that no one can snoop in on the connection, it's encrypted, but if it's not, then it means that really anyone can intercept that connection and see exactly what you're doing on that website. Now, what this extension does is if you're on a website, it will automatically redirect you to the secure version of the page instead of just using the unsecured one, because a lot of websites support HTTPS, but they don't use it by default. So if you just type in the browser or the website, it'll just take you to the regular site, even though you should use HTTPS if it's available. Now, most people don't even think to try it, so that's what this extension is for. It'll automatically use HTTPS if it's available. It really just takes out all the guesswork and makes sure you use a secure connection if you can. Now, it doesn't work on every website, I'm sure, but all the big ones, it probably has a whitelist of websites it knows that supports HTTPS and will connect you in that one. Of course, as always though, you don't want to rely on this 100%. If you're on a website buying something and you're typing in your credit card number or something like that, you always want to double check that you're using a secure connection in the browser bar, but this will just help you all the other times. Alright, so that's it. Those are 7 really cool Chrome extensions that hopefully you guys will enjoy. And if you have any more suggestions, you can let us know down in the comments section. Maybe once I come up with a bunch more, I'll make another video as well. If you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, I make new videos like this every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, at least, sometimes more, so it should be worth it. Finally, if you want to keep watching, I've got some other videos right here. You can click on these even if you're on a phone. It's a new type of annotation. So be sure to check those out. Hopefully you'll find those interesting as well. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.